Hey, everybody, this is the Full Vantage podcast. My name is Trevor Lovingood, and this is my attempt to share the lessons I've learned over the past decade of building and creating community from scratch because relationships really do matter. And I'm in a new city right now, and I'm starting over again. So, how can you begin wherever you are and build those types of communities, cultures, and relationships? Here we go. Let's have some conversations. I had a friend who came to me and he said, Yo, Trevor, you have a lot of good ideas. You have a lot of thoughts. You even have a lot of answers. But I need to, let's call a timeout, on all the answers. I don't need you to have all the answers. I actually just want you to walk with me through the problem. And that kind of cut me, and I felt like, dang, I've been messing up the relationship. But it was one of the most impactful things that's ever happened in my life when it comes to relationship. And this was a good friend, still is a good friend. I could call him any moment, anytime. And we've been great friends since college. And you know those friends where you don't talk for a little bit of while, but you could pick the phone back up and you would just pick up where you left off. That's this type of friend. And what happened in this moment when he said that is it freed me from what all of the baggage that I had been carrying into relationships. The baggage being this. I felt like I had to help people solve the problems in their lives for me to add value to myself. And that's actually not really helpful in relationships. Find this out in our marriage or in our dating life all the time where it's like our significant other's like, hey, I don't need you to solve the problem for me. I need you to just listen to me. And so I'm talking today. I want to talk for a moment about relationships because relationships matter really more than anything else because Jesus lets us in on humans matter most, people matter most. He came, did what he did on the cross for us to save us so that we could be in relationship with him because we last forever. I was able to be a part of a community that we really built a whole identity about this holding on to relationships and people and things that last forever, aka people, because people last forever. And the concept was, if it's not forever, I don't want it. And having this idea of, no, we value people, relationships that are real above everything else that's happening around us, good, bad, negative, positive, because we can shift our futures, shift our lives, change everything when we serve, when we love, when we help. And so I just want to encourage us with this idea that came into my life. People are not problems to solve. They are people to walk with. Building off of Matthew 11:20-30, building off of what God wants for us, building off of how he solved the problem of sin in our life so that we could just be in relationship with him that was real. And so just taking it to where it needs to go, just even this conversation, there's a lot of different types of conversations that we could have about relationships. But I want to begin with the person that is wanting to have real relationships, REAL ships. And let's think about it as a ship, because it's a ship. And ships typically are large. Typically, they don't move quickly. They don't adjust quickly. And typically, they're going somewhere, and they're carried by something. We get in them, we go together, they take us somewhere. And if we even think about ships before the modern day engine, the wind that fills the sails are what we are actually waiting on, and they can go at different speeds. And so just with all of the variables that it takes with sailing and sailboats and ships like that, I just want us to be able to breathe, to just have a sense of calmness that comes into our life. And I want us to think about what it really takes to have a friend. Because I believe a lot of people we're looking for love, and like we're trying to start relationships and we don't know how, and we're on every dating app that there is, or we're trying to DM different people to try and just like find a date, and like there's not a ton of dating in the Bible. And so like I've always come to find that in the context of genuine and real community, genuine and real relationships will come out of that genuine and real community. And as the genuine and real relationships that are friendships come out of that genuine and real community, we will find genuine and real lifelong partnerships, marriages that come out of those friendships, that come out of that community, that are both genuine and real. A lot of people would say that that's monotony, that's saying those words are synonymous. But I believe in the context of like time and the complexity of people, those two words together represent who you need to be to find the relationships you need. Who you need to be is really important for you and for me, for us to find the relationships that we desire and need. So here's a real quick way for you to think through in 4 words on how to find friends. Legitimately find friends and stop being lonely and building a team to go through life with. Here it is. You ready for it? 4 words. Heart, connect, trust, friend. Ready? Say it again. Heart, connect, trust, friend. If you share your heart, you will build a connection. You will have trust, and you will be a friend. See, these 4 real simple steps are very complex, are very deep, are very difficult. So let's begin with the heart. Heart looks like this. If you don't know how to have a conversation, it looks like, in simplicity, you being a really good question asker. Ask really good questions, and you will begin to have a good conversation. But asking good questions is a lot about a connection, and you need to be real and share your heart, because you will get what happens in a conversation, which is you will get an opportunity to self-disclose as someone else self-discloses. Now, this is something that nobody understands very well or thinks about ahead of time when it comes to 2 people having a conversation. The art of self-disclosure, and I believe it's a genuine art. And so the art comes in when you share your heart. Get it? Right there. So here's what it is. Here's what it looks like. As I reveal a piece of who I am, as I reveal my heart, let's say I reveal something about my past that was both positive and negative and real, and kind of scary to share. Something that's legitimate. It takes it to a certain depth. Okay, so I know in the art of how humans need community, we will reflect what somebody else is doing. We do that a lot of times with levels of energy, levels of thoughts, levels of ideas. And so we also do this in revealing the heart. So I'll share something that is of my past that's maybe difficult for me to share with somebody. Well, if I ask them a question, or I don't even have to really ask them a question sometimes, if I just say, what about you, or not even say anything, they will take the conversation to a similar depth. They may not go past that level that we just took it, but they'll take the conversation close to the level that I just took it. So if I understand that in the context of being real people, and figuring out if somebody else is real, to be honest, because if somebody else is not willing to be real, if they're not willing to be a friend, I can know really quickly as I share my heart if they share a piece of theirs. And we get a relationship that is very symbiotic, both give and take. Healthy is another way to say that. And so as we see health come in to the conversation, as I reveal my heart, we make in that conversation a connection around passions, ideas, dreams, goals. And I believe that in the context of a Jesus community, we can make a connection really quickly. If we have nothing in common, we can have Jesus in common. And as we have Jesus in common, and as we have being in a relationship with him and how we came to faith, and we can have conversations around what we really care about, as we share our heart, we build a connection. And connection is built on the foundation that is the heart, but it's broadening the connection. And as we broaden the connection, trust comes in and says, this person is who they say they are. And as we are who we say we are, over time, we will find that we have become a friend, and we are attracting others that are the same friends. And so I think this is huge for us as we're looking for community, as we're trying to build community, as we're trying to build organizations, as we're trying to have people as we're trying to build families even. We have to go in this process continually over and over and over again and be people that are the people that we want to come into our life. And so let me say this. I believe that this is the first step of being in a real relationship, because it has everything to do with who you are and what you're about, and you being who you were created to be. So if you don't know who you were created to be and you don't have confidence there, let's build confidence there so that we can carry confidence everywhere. Because confidence goes with us everywhere as we be who we are created to be. And so I'm excited because we're going to start asking questions, and we're going to start having people that are following Jesus that are not people that are fake, but that are genuine and real, so that we can help people find what we have found, and we, when helping others find what we have found in our relationship with Jesus, we will find what we're looking for in it through that same relationship. And so just one of my favorite hands down questions to ask, if you're ready for it, that's quite large, is what's the conversation? What's the conversation that we need to have that could or would change your life forever? Let's have that conversation. It reveals the heart, makes a connection, and it gives us an opportunity to build trust in light of forever. What's that conversation? Let's begin having that conversation with people that we already love, that we already know are for us. And let's see where it goes. And then those moments will change our lives. So, as we're diving into relationships, I believe this is really like base level part one, but I believe that we get to carry this structure in and throughout the relationship, and it becomes real, and it starts off real wherever we go. So have a great day. Let's get after it, and let's find some real ones wherever we go, because we are real. We'll see you soon.